And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tar Heels offense will get the first possession of the game. In college football in the South, no one's been going at it longer than these two.
From an historical standpoint, this is one of the great rivalries in all of college football. UNC, Virginia, and it doesn't matter whether or not national championships are on the line. These two teams do not like each other.
And it's called the South's oldest rivalry. And here's the thing, national championships might not be on the line in football like they are in basketball, but pride dang sure is.
They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4. There was nothing but joy on Franklin Street, and the sky was Carolina blue as the Heels rolled in the last meeting.
Yeah, they took care of business. It didn't look like much of a rivalry. I know this game's been played a lot, but last year, it wasn't really a game, Jesse.
Yeah, there's tons of emotion, but only happy feelings for UNC. They started fast, and they finished strong.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Just ran over it. This rivalry runs really deep, guys. It's the 3rd most played in the FBS.
That's crazy, Reese. It's just crazy to think about all the rivalries across college football. And I love the orange and blue and the baby blue in this showdown every year.
They've been lofts one high and deep. Touchdown, North Carolina! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Virginia's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is probably gone, but let's refocus, right, Jesse? It's really fun to be that team at the middle, towards the end of the year, too, where you can play spoil.
Yeah, it's all about building, too. Just one game at a time, and it just takes one win to get the season completely turned around. This team has not yet quit on the year. They're still out playing hard with great effort. They just got to put a full game together.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. The RPO fire complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Trying to get to it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. A big game there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big game.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A really smart pull and run by that quarterback.
Wherever your eyes are supposed to be for you to do the read option, put your eyes there. If he comes aggressively, boom, I pull that football, I run down the field and make big plays. So it's as simple as that. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's that simple. Put your eyes where they belong.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Snags it inside the 20. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up his first period with a huge gain. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Bulldozes him. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14, Virginia, 7.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
First down here for the offense.
Let's go.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses the 30. And he'll be brought down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Turns it on at midfield. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
You know, Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is brought down, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding. Receive the team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quick strike complete. Tough physical run, stiff arm and all as they get it out to the 13. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. And so I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ward. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. The Cavaliers will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Makes a man miss. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And the Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Using the quick game. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They go right back to it. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Got the back over the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and... Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice game. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Find out, flank them on the jet sweep. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the big-time players who've been a part of this game, and we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional duel between the heels and the hooves. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Virginia and North Carolina plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing, with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
He's looking for a man on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. The 30. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense starts with a short field. He's going to pass. Going for it all. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the pummeling has started. The Tar Heels putting their foot down as they start to pull away from the Cavs.
North Carolina raising up, meeting the Cavaliers in this rivalry game and doing exactly what they want to do.
Well, they're just making more plays, and they just seem like they are locked in. From the opening whistle, UNC has been the team ready to go.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Ward. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Hamilton. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He leaves it with his back. Fighting off the defender. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
The Tar Heels are on the move. To the air on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Catch in the middle, it's Green. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
He leaves it with the back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Off the play fake on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Green. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Tar Heels get the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touchdown, UNC! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And the extra point was good. A about to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Westbrook. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. They'll run play action. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. This defense might be reeling after those last 2, and now facing 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Virginia! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Draw him inside the 10. Here he comes. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just ran him over.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. The give and the run on 4th down. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play...
Touchdown, Tar Heels! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Georgia State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Panthers that fired on all cylinders. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. To the air. It's Westbrook. The throw. Finds a man by himself. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st. Steps out of bounds.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots.
Oh, he dropped it! Oh, an averse disaster by falling on his own fumble.
Man, that's a great job by the defense. Swarming.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Fires into traffic. Picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
At the 35, he's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
The throw. Catch in the middle. It's Winston. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Lets it fly. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working, and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well, because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He wants to throw. Looking for a big gain. Got a wide open receiver. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. First down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dances away to buy time. He's looking on the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll throw it on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.